Here we go. We're recording and we are live. Awesome. So, welcome back, everybody. All you people watching this on the rerun. I hope you guys are doing great. Out here, we have a very sunny day, but clouds are still a little bit on the horizon. We're not in the clear yet. And it seems like it's the same type of weather pattern that we are experiencing in Bitcoin. Now, first of all, let's look at what we have been analyzing yesterday, because yesterday, with the help of Oliver, we had this beautiful, beautiful multicolor rainbow pattern setup. And let's have a look. Let's see what actually played out, how far we are in the progression of all this, and then maybe we can adjust our reads, adjust this pattern, this chart according to the new updates that we are seeing right now. So first of all, what happened is that we touched the top orange box, orange courtesy of Oliver. We did not enter it and we did not reject from it. So basically, in my opinion, what I think is that this is really not a bad situation right now. Doesn't confirm any kind of bearish action as so far. What did we talk about yesterday as well? What we talked about is how to confirm an uptrend or a downtrend. Okay, so remember what I said about an uptrend? You need those 4 points. Hey Mercado, good morning to you too. I'm doing great. I'm doing awesome. Just like always, a lot of energy, especially the chat and the live stream. This is really what helps make even the worst days when I'm feeling sick or God knows what, make me happy. You know, I'm really happy to see our community, our group and stuff grow. It's so awesome. So yeah, I'm doing great. How are you? How are you doing? So like I said, confirming an uptrend or a downtrend, there are a few things that you need to consider, like how long of a time frame, number one, are you looking for? Are you looking at the macro picture, or are you a short-term trader that really looks at the short moves? Because there is already a big difference. Okay, so if we look at the macro of everything, the real big macro, where do we see our first high and low being printed? That would be somewhere around here. So what do we see here? We see a low being printed here. We see a higher high, and this here is still a higher low. Now, to confirm this trend to continue, what we want to see is a higher high. Okay, this is fairly straightforward, I hope. Now, on the RSI, sometimes the RSI speaks differently. And this is what we call a divergence. If you have a divergence at the bottom of, like on the lows, it's usually a bullish divergence. If you have a divergence where RSI is speaking the inverse of what price action is doing, then we call it a bearish divergence. So coming from here to here, with the higher high being printed, we did see a bearish divergence, right? So hence, eventually, especially after the second strike, coming from here to here, that was a big one. And then finally, the confirmation where price was just bumping against the ceiling, but RSI was pulling back without any strong bullish divergences between here and here, because remember, this one is actually this move here. You see, this actually allowed price to move still a little bit higher, but all the other ones just straight up continuation. Okay, the highs were going down, down, down. On the RSI, price was exhausted, and eventually capitulation, breakdown, and strong pullback. So all these things were actually, you could see the signs in the chart. Was this a valid thing on a longer term? Actually not, because we go from divergence to divergence, and if price moves up so high and you analyze the RSI, then you can tell also that really making a lower low and a lower low on the price action, which would confirm a continuation, then we could tell that actually, there was a long range where we could still see a recovery of the price, and we analyzed this. What I said was like, this was the ultimate low, breaking below this, especially wicking below this wick. That would be like a confirmation that basically the trend could continue to the downside, because once again, then we have been pushing down so low that even a bounce to the upside, let's imagine that the price reached here, it would have bounced like massively. Look at this volume profile. But on the bounce, if the bounce would have been strong enough, we would have just printed another bearish divergence. Okay, so this would be our second confirmation that, okay, now we can say for sure, or we can be, let's say, not for sure, let's be more than, it's more than a 50-50 thing going on there. And this is where, you might start considering taking the short, just like I said. Right now, looking at this chart, I need to clean it up. So, wait. Mercado said he purchased Bitcoin with more than 20% profit, still believe it will make more profit. Well, if you're already in a 20% profit, then basically your position is very safe. What you could have done is take some profit at the top. Don't close your position entirely, especially if you have a beautiful entry position. Try to nurture it. But don't forget that, when price really hits like a massive area of potential resistance, this is where you want to take at least some profit. Be part of the people who make waves. Yeah. Oliver, take profit. What do you mean with take profit? So what I mean is when you go all the way, like when you see that price is bouncing against some areas, just close maybe 5%, 10% of your position. Take a little bit of profit so that you free up a little bit more funds, and you still wait. So okay, yeah. If well, if you're $35 in profit, yeah, right now is a little bit late. Right now, it's going down. In the midst of a move, I would try to keep my head calm. Never ever take action in between ranges. Okay, I think that should be like a golden rule that exchanges should put on their disclaimer. No, they're not allowed to. It's not financial advice as well. But yeah, what I'm talking about is more like all the potential areas of support and resistance. Those are areas where maybe you can take like a little bit of action. If you take profit, just close 10%, 5% of your position. If it moves further to the next area of resistance, then you take off 5% again. but never ever close your position completely. Like maybe at least, at the very least, go until you have 60% of your position left. Because if price starts to move down, you can bit by bit DCA in. You know, you can take on every area of support, you can add a little bit more to your position so that your entry point doesn't explode too quickly. You know, this is how you will keep your position at an optimal range. And if then, you know, price really decides to tank, you still have your points of no return, where you think like, okay, we passed this point, this is game over, and this is where you want to close your position. But all this is depending on what kind of strategy you want to apply, and what your technical analysis is for any given situation. This is why I like to use the color-coded boxes, because they each and every level, in my opinion, implies a different kind of reaction. That's why I do the things the way I do them. And I know it's not very standard, but I've always been told, like, find a way that works for you. And if it's something that works for you and like the majority doesn't do it that way, you might have an edge over the rest. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you like my way of doing things, and you might try to apply it for yourself as well, or maybe you find a better way that works better for yourself. So yeah, if you like, you can always share the strategies that you have in mind, and maybe we'll go over and see, you know, how they might work ultimately. Cool. So, like I was saying, we are still looking for a continuation on the macro side of this structure. On the one hand, it is looking good because of this bullish divergence and this second short-term strike bullish divergence. It is looking really, really strong. For now, what we're looking for is a continuation of the trend, both on the macro side and on the shorter term side. Okay, so on the shorter term side, what I think we're looking for now is, because we had the high right here after the bullish divergence. We had our low, creating a second bullish divergence. We had a higher high and a higher low that got confirmed as soon as we started to close above like at least a few major candles. Okay, so closing above a few major candles and having this little point of hesitation here already creates like a horizontal line of support. Also, when we look at the EMAs, because right now I think the EMA, the moving averages, are a little bit more helpful than the Ichimoku cloud would be. Ichimoku cloud for me is more like looking for a point of reversal, when it's turning around, when it's confirming or not. But maybe we can look at it as well. You know, I looked at it this morning. Depending on the time frame you're using, you get a little bit of different reads. So again, you know, choosing the right time frame for the right moment is very important. Okay, don't look at a 10-hour chart if you're looking for a short-term bounce and a short-term formation to be confirmed or not. Don't look at the 1-hour chart or the 30-minute chart to see if this macro chart is going to continue or not. Okay, so I think this is very important. Now, what are we looking at for now? Right here, I'm pretty sure you guys are wondering, is this going to be the confirmation of a lower low? But the question is, a lower low of what? A lower low of this area. So in this regard, we are looking at the structure of this high, higher low, and now is it going to be a lower low? On such a macro chart, as you can see right here, it's moving. It moves a lot. Let's look at the 4-hour chart. And on the 4-hour chart, we can still see some motion in the ocean. Let's look at the larger picture. So yeah, I can understand your concerns, but when are we going to say for this macro structure that it's actually a downtrend? Yeah, so the point of no return for this structure is actually here, the red line, and this has not changed at all. So as long, oh, what am I doing again? I'm messing up the chart. I'm so sorry. So again, for the macro side of things, right now it's a little too premature to be expecting a confirmation of a downtrend or an uptrend. Okay, just to be clear on that. Now, let's look at the shorter term, the shorter time frames. Let's go back to the 1-hour chart. So for the 1-hour chart, what do we see? We had our high here. We printed a low right here. Higher high, higher low, higher high. So for now, I think this area is pretty safe. What can we look for? We can look for horizontals as potential support areas. This is one way of analyzing such a chart. So yeah, horizontals could be here. You could set them here, because yeah, this is not a bad one. Also, sometimes looking at the Fibonacci retracement tool is not a bad thing as well. Let's extend it to the area of the wicks, and then we can see that the 382 is actually lining up with the horizontal right here, where also the volume profile starts to thicken out. We have the 0.5 just at the top of this this structure here. We have like potentially a lot of areas of support. Hey Stelmo, how are you doing? Thank you for joining and welcome to the chat. Well, you haven't missed too much so far. Actually, we're just answering questions and stuff. And in a minute, we're going to start analyzing and looking for potential areas of yeah, you don't have to call me Mr. Wolf, or you don't have to call me Sir as well. You know, I'm just a human being trying to figure out how to make money out of this crazy market, this very young market where everybody, even the most experienced people, are still learning to analyze things in different ways, and that's the beauty of it. That's why I find this is the land of opportunity. This is where even unexperienced or low experienced people can get in and learn how to analyze this. This is a modern world, guys. This is really a new beginning for economy, for a lot of things. At least I believe in it. Yeah, you're laughing. Well, I'm laughing too. I'm very happy. Thank you. Okay, so guys, what do you say? Let's go deeper into the RSI reads and all that stuff, and let's see what we can come up with. Okay, so yeah, let's roll this thing. good. All right, here we go. So let's clean up the chart number one first and foremost. This blue box, obviously, it had some validity. Is it gonna hold? Is it not gonna hold? Clearly, we are doing actually really fine. We did see a test of the EMA 100 on the 1 hour chart, especially after such a dip. It's not uncommon for Bitcoin first to for price to move down, retest some of the EMA, especially the longer term EMA lines. Katie Cox, cool. Welcome to the chat. This is the first time that I see you typing something. Don't worry. We all have to learn so much. It's a never-ending story, and really, I'm happy to see so many people join me on this journey. I'm not the leader of the pack. We're just one big family, and I tend to keep it that way, like always. I never ever want to seem like being the all-knowing oracle. I will make mistakes, and this is where your strategy will have to be set in order to catch the potential mistakes. That's also why I don't set just one limit, one area, and just go from there. Because, who has a crystal ball? Do you have a crystal ball? I don't have a crystal ball. If anybody knows where I can find a good crystal ball, whether it's on eBay or Amazon and stuff, send me the link. Maybe it could be helpful. But as long as we don't have that, we're just gonna have to do with what we have, and then just make the best out of it. So the blue box, obviously we did have some support coming from the blue box, but like I said, rejecting the blue box is going to be tricky, and hopefully we do not see like a strong massive run up, because potentially I think this is where price could start running into trouble, meaning that it's going to be halted, get another bearish divergence, and start breaking down, unless we really are setting up so strong that we break all levels. So we're going to have to take a look at the upside, the potential areas of trouble, of doom, death, and despair that we really need to avoid. And then we're just gonna have a look also at the downside, see if all these potential areas of bullish divergence are still holding and still in effect. Good. So let's remove this. Let's clean this up. And the blue box, you know what? I'm just gonna leave it for now as it is. But let's do some reads. All this, yeah, I'm not gonna move the blue box too much. I'm gonna look straight for the green area here, see if this one is still holding, and the orange one as well. So yesterday, like I said, the area that I'm eyeballing the most is where the green line is sitting. I think if price gets to close on this area inside the overlapping section, that's what I was thinking yesterday, that rejecting this, bouncing off of this area, could give us like the strongest continuation possible. But now it still has not happened, So let's readjust our clocks, and let's see if all these reads still hold. So this green box, we read it off of this area right here, and as you can see, actually we are already creating a bullish divergence with this area. So as time moved by, obviously the area has moved up as well, which is actually really strong in my opinion. So let's see what we got here. So 49.9, let's see what the RSI reads will be today. And 49.1, we did hit the 49.9 at 38,300. So this is actually where the blue box was sitting. That's crazy stuff. So let's just remove the blue box and let's drag this one up. Beautiful stuff. Now let's go over to the next area, because I'm pretty sure that that this is gonna have to be moved up as well. Let's have a look. And this is a 1 hour chart. Afterwards, we're gonna do it on the 3 hour and the 5 hour chart to see if they are agreeing with each other. And then we'll go from there. And afterwards, we're doing the upside, maybe cleaning up the chart a little bit more and all that good stuff. So let's see, 35.3. Let's see what magic we read. 35.3, and this would be 37,100. Basically replacing where the green box was ending. How crazy is that, guys? Like, you know, having overlapping sections like this, it only makes the intersecting area like so much stronger, so much prominent, because yeah, getting inside this area, we get like multiple areas of bullish divergence coming into play. Good. Now let's read the low end. And this would really be the area where you want to hold off with any kinds of rash decisions. Very important. That would be 15 on the RSI. 15, 31,000. Okay, so this one is moving up. I'm going to remove this. And afterwards, we're gonna have to see what the higher time frames are saying. You know what? I'm going to leave it here at the closing of the candle line. And do we want to have a look at this as well? Yeah, let's do it. So this section here is actually the local low of this formation. So let's read this one as well. We got 27.7, and this is sitting at 36,000. Crazy stuff. So let's take, I am going to take a red horizontal, but don't think that this means death and destruction. It's just to help us remember that the red horizontal is based on the read from the red box. Okay. So don't panic now just yet. The green one, I'm gonna remove it for now. Okay. Okie dokie. So potentially, seeing price move in the bottom area of this overlapping section would give us a bullish divergence on the 1 hour time frame, with this small local low, with this more prominent local low, and with this ultimate local low. So I'm talking about this section here, this one here, okay? And it's being defended by huge volume node here, and also an even bigger one right here. Okay, so this is not negative. This is not bad at all. Breaking below the green box, like really breaking below the green box and closing below the green box, I would be expecting a lot more hesitation. Final area of here in the lower sections, looking at the volume nodes that we have right here, I would change my bias to actually trying to close as much of my positions that I'm holding, and then just waiting for the reaction that comes out of it. Then finally, breaking below the red box, closing below the red box, chances are more than a 50-50 that actually we are going to start see continuation to the downside, because then we have our confirmed downtrend. We could still see a bounce up, but depending on the bounce, I think this is, this would be an opportunity to short, but we're gonna have to see what happens with the RSI accordingly. So Oliver asks, the blue and yellow bars on the right. Well, yeah, they are buy and sell orders that took place on these price levels. It's the volume profile. Love this indicator. It's very, very useful. I'm not really looking at where there are more buyers and sellers. This is not the thing that actually is most interesting for me. What is more interesting is how much volume of interaction has happened on every different price level. Because if a lot of people, buyers and sellers, did step up here, probably there has been people closing their positions, opening their positions, getting into positions right here on this area. Okay, so there has been a lot of interaction. Therefore, I'm expecting at least to be some sort of response if and when price touches these levels again. So I find it very interesting to narrow down this wide range of reads that we have. And like I said, sometimes when reads are overlapping each other, then you look for a few more clues and a few more clues to start to narrow down more specifically in this area where you would be most interested in the action. I hope I expressed myself correctly. Feel free to say it in the chat if it was clear what I said or not. But yeah, it's not all about price action. It's not about just reading indicators and following indicators. It's about seeing how all these different tools agree or disagree with each other in respect of each his makes sense. Yeah, I'm happy I made sense. Oh, sometimes it's complicated, and I don't want to like overcharge you guys with too much information at once, but there is so much to talk about that I didn't even think about making tutorial videos or whatnot. It's yeah, yes, Stelmo. Yeah, I did call this correction right here, but actually, we were overdue. We were overdue, and it kept building up and up and up. So yeah, ultimately, you do get like the local confirmation, where here we have divergences of Stelmo, do I understand women? I'm not sure I want to answer that question. I will answer any question. Oh, Saint Elmo. Okay, okay. So, I'm just gonna say Elmo. Is that good? I hope that's good. I will answer any kind of question, except for questions I can't find a diplomatic or acceptable answer for. I'm not gonna set myself up for failure. Yeah. Sometimes people say the chart is a woman. Sometimes people say God is a woman. It's usually, yeah. It depends on the situation. It just depends on the situation. But yeah, let's not open that can of worms. I like all genders equally. I'm not bisexual. But I appreciate everybody in their respect, and I appreciate all sorts of opinions as well. So yeah, guys, don't feel alienated by anything, please. Awesome. I'm enjoying these chats more and more every day. Thanks, guys. You guys are awesome. Uh, so yeah, where was I? Completely lost my train of thought. So yeah, it's about the indicators, seeing how you can make them work together with the price action. Yeah, and that's what we're doing here. It's too much to explain in one go. It's too much to send out in a tutorial. So I think it's more relevant to look at it each day again and again, and see how I would adjust my use for indicators in any given situation. Okay, so yeah, price is going down. Price is going down. Let's see what happens. So if we use the volume profile, because I think this is very interesting, looking at the volume profile, do you guys think there is a large chance that price is going to be picked up in this upper section? All right. You see what I mean? There is much more potential for price to be picked up here in this lower section of the intersection. There is also potential for price never ever to reach inside this upper section of the overlapping area. Yeah, you have to take all these things within context, and then set up your strategies. If you are holding along here at 38,500 and you see that we are actually reaching inside of this, then I would personally already close a good portion of my long. Just take the loss. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Live to fight another day. And then hold the rest for this area right here. If it really, really breaks down below, at least your loss is going to be smaller. And then you just set your stop loss somewhere in the middle of this orange, this single orange area right here. If price moves back up from here in the orange section, oh, Saint Elmo, I'm gonna answer this later. Thinking about ETH holding. Honestly, I'm not day trading Ethereum. I only day trade Bitcoin. But once we're done with the analysis, I would be very happy to go over all the other alts, big and small, doesn't matter. And then we'll see together. We'll have a look at the charts. Good deal? Okay, so strategy wise, the lower areas in the orange section is where you want to have at least a large portion of your long position closed, especially if you're already entering the territory of being in a loss. But yeah, especially entering the red area, maybe even here in like on the edge of the red area, I would potentially even think about closing everything and just waiting to see what happens. Um, but there are many different kinds of strategies, all depending on where your position is sitting at the time. Okay, so it's very difficult to tell people what to do. It's fairly impossible. And this is why I don't do this, because I don't want to BS you guys. I really want to be as honest and as forthcoming as possible and give you the best kind of information that I can give you in this situation. Okay, so now that we lined up these boxes, what do you think we go over the 3-hour chart and the 5-hour chart, and let's see what we can come up with. So as you can tell, and that was from yesterday also, there are no real local lows here in this area. This one here, but we don't need to read it because we already made a lower low and a lower low on the price action. So who cares about this area? It's confirmed. It's confirmed. It went down. Sure. Now we're looking for the other potential areas, and this would be this area right here, the orange section. So let's do, this is 37.2 and this is 37.9. Let's go with 37.5. Don't want to spend too much time over this because it's a longer term read. And what does it say? 35,200. Kablam. Right on the money of this larger node. You know what? I'm going to make a green trend line, set it right here. That's more or less right. Or you know what? Let's call it orange, because it's part of the orange box read. Okay. Now the lower area, and this is fairly interesting because on the 3-hour chart, I'm sorry, on the 3-hour chart, the bottom of this area is actually much higher. And that's just because the 3-hour chart has a different kind of closing interval compared to the 4-hour and the 6-hour. No, not the 6-hour. The 5-hour chart. So let's do this. I want to analyze this area with and compare it with the 3-hour, with the 4-hour, and the 5-hour chart, just to see what different kind of reads we come up with. So this is 26.3. Let's do this. 26.3. We got 31,600. So that would be more or less in line with the bottom. This is good. Let's go over to the 4-hour chart. So again, let's do this one here. 40 and 41. So what is it? 47, 40. Okay, let's go with 41. Who is going to argue about small integers? So 35,500, more or less in line with the orange line. Beautiful. And we do this one here now. 25 on the RSI. 25. And this is sitting lower. See, and the interesting thing is that if you look here at the closing of the candle, it actually closed on the bottom of the box, and that's the 4-hour chart. So you see how these charts sometimes have different reads because of their different intervals of closing. So you need to keep these things in mind, guys. And people are looking at all sorts of different candles. So you want to take the edge and also do that so that you can start comparing. Yeah, make an educated guess. So let's put a red line right here. Oh my God, this is low. So 29,000, and this is red. Okay, very, very interesting. Basically, you know what? Not even, I don't even want to care about this for now. Because what does it mean? What does it mean? Um, I'm so sorry. What does it mean? It means actually just that bouncing off of this line, we could still see a massive push up. But once we reach down below this area, at best, I'm expecting a long time of sideways action, but potentially leaning more towards continuation to the downside, because then we have literally confirmed the downtrend from this area. So you know what, I'm going to remove this. This is not going to help us in our situation. Let's look at the 5-hour chart. The 5-hour chart. And again, you see the closing is completely different. Let's look at 28.1. 28.1, same thing, 29,000. So yeah, potentially, you know, 29,000, there could be at least a bounce there still. Yeah, I would not like to be holding on to any kind of long position here. This is where, you know, if it bounces here, I would just start setting up and waiting for the resistance to kick in. And if it's, again, a lower high, just go with the short and try making money on the downtrend, right? Okay, so I hope this is helpful. Good. Well, you know, oh, the upside. Completely forgot about that. Let's readjust our upside area. So on the short term, if we see price moving above this one here, what we don't want to see is a bearish divergence being built up here. So price higher, RSI lower, that would be bearish. So let's do this one. And I'm so sorry. It's I don't have COVID. I promise. Scout's honor. I don't have a flu or anything. It's just yeah, I need to drink more. I'm talking too much. I think that's a problem. So yeah, like I was saying, what we don't want to see is the price getting higher and RSI making a lower high. So let's see which level price eventually is going to have to break for this structure not to confirm more bearishness. So we got 75 on the RSI. Let's go with 75. I like it. 73, 75. Let's go with 74. You know, let's cut it down the middle. And this would be 42,300. So we can drag this up a little bit higher. Not a lot, but a little. Good. So now, once again, if we look at the volume profile, we can really see how much thinner the volume profile is becoming. Like over here, price discovery, nothing holding back except for potential divergences. That's the only thing. And don't forget, people are going to take profit. Nobody is going to YOLO and hold their positions. Nobody in their right mind, no serious trader is going to do this. So remember, you want to be on that side of the equation. Remember to take your profits from time to time. And even if it goes a little bit higher, if you didn't close your entire position, you took like small profits at a time, and you know, it's good. It's good. You just take a little bit more, because as long as it's just an open position that you have, your profit isn't real. It's only real when you put it in your pocket. Okay, so orange area need to break, in order to continue further along the way. Even if then we start pulling back, it's just another healthy pullback, and as long as we don't create lower lows, beautiful, and party goes on. What can also happen if, for instance, price starts to move up, we could have at least some little pullbacks and looking for support, like stair step action. Very healthy as well. The slower it goes, the better it holds. The only thing we don't want to see is if we move up, having a lower high and going for a lower low. That's the only thing we don't want to see, because then this structure is going to exude more continuation to the downside. Okay, cool. Well, that wraps it up. I think I'm happy with this chart. Now let's go over to the questions. The questions section. Ethereum. Saint Elmo asks for Ethereum. Why do I think Ethereum is holding? Honestly, Ethereum has a lot of potential. It has a lot of use cases, and Vitalik is he inspires the community with all the progress that they are making every time, new announcements and stuff. And I think this already puts a lot more faith into the coin than something like I don't know. There is not a lot of coins that are so active on social media. There's Charles Hopkins with Cardano. He puts a lot of effort into keeping people updated. Dan Larimer leaving Block.io, or Block One. Yeah, there's a lot of controversy around EOS. Potentially, I don't think this makes a lot of difference, because it's the block producers running EOS. And but yeah, Vitalik being the father of Ethereum, being so active around the world, keeping people informed about how they are moving forward. This is already this is a big thing. People don't care if Ethereum is hard to people don't care that Ethereum is expensive to use. For now, me personally, I think it's too expensive. I would love to get into DeFi, but it's too expensive, guys. Come on, like $70 to complete a whole transaction, a whole series of transactions to set something up in DeFi. That's too expensive for me. Still waiting and holding for a better solution. But let's look at the chart. Let's just look at the chart and let's see what is happening. First of all, I would like to look at Ethereum over Bitcoin, because as we all know, right now Bitcoin is leading the charge. So what are we seeing right here? So potentially on with a Bitcoin pair, trading pair, I do think that Ethereum needs to keep going up, or we are going to see a correction coming, being on the Bitcoin trading pair. Okay, just to be very, very clear. Right here we have lower low, lower low. So continuation, higher low, continuation. We had a bearish divergence here. So pullback, continuation. And right here, higher high, continuation. The only thing that could create a problem right now is not breaking this local high because price already closed the candle above it. So let's do a little magic read. Let's see what the reads are. 75.5. Let's go with 75.6 just to be on the clear side. Yeah, and because we're looking at the Bitcoin trading pair and the RSI calculator doesn't go beyond in the decimals, we're gonna have to look at the US dollar trading pair. But yeah, it's clear. Like if right now we start printing lower highs on the RSI and holding a higher high on the price action, that there could come some pressure down. But it's not game over yet. Not yet. Too early to call it in this motion. Let's do ETC USD, ETH, sorry, USD. Who's still holding Ethereum Classic? Okay, so see, that's what I was talking about. Right here, we can clearly see a couple of strikes of bearish divergence right now. Pressure is building up, I think. Pressure is building up. We have another larger area, a longer term bearish divergence. This one is sitting at 76.7 over 78.3. Respectfully, a lower high on the price section. So from here, Ethereum would have to keep going till $1,350 to clear the potential bearish divergence that we're seeing right here. Is this a downtrend already? No, absolutely not. It's going to be a downtrend once we break the 950 area. And why do I say this? Because we have our high, our low, our lower high. So we want to confirm it once we get a lower low. Okay. So again, same thing. It's for now, Bitcoin is leading the charge. I think Ethereum is just going to do whatever Bitcoin is doing as long as the ETH BTC trading pair is holding as well. So trading altcoins, especially because all altcoins have a BTC trading pair. This is why Bitcoin is leading the charge. There is no other reason. Okay, it's not because it was the first coin. It's not because it's the better coin. It's just because Bitcoin is being traded against all other altcoins. And that's the only reason. It's just like the US stock exchange and the dollar. All stock exchange is being traded against the dollar. So, of course, they are going to be correlated. But for a long term, everybody thought Bitcoin was being correlated with the US dollar. And to some extent, it was a fact because of all the stimulus, like the disruptive action that all the stimulus and printing of money has had, because the dollar is a global economy currency or fiat. But right now, you have to accept that Bitcoin is being traded against so many more currencies and fiat in the world that statistically speaking, the dollar eventually is going to lose its grip over how strong it is correlated with Bitcoin. And, I'm happy to look at what the dollar is doing again, because yesterday Yesterday we did look at the dollar, and like I said, it has a chance to pull through if we don't create more bearish divergences. Right now, things are looking okay. We do have continuation. This here was a bullish divergence right here, and what we need to see is if price breaks below the highs, not this one, but especially this one right here, that is also a higher high on the RSI level. And if we zoom back out, seeing how every one of these bounces here is going to create a area of resistance, I don't think the dollar is going to pull out so quickly, to pull up so quickly. I'm so sorry. So yeah, a lot of things are still to be played out. This is a bear market for the dollar. This is at best sideways. It's going to take a long time before the dollar enters a bull market again. Now, same thing for E-mini futures. What did I say E-mini futures was going to do? I said E-mini futures was going to see a correction just like Bitcoin has seen before. And this is just because of the dollar action. Those two, they will react to each other. I'm pretty sure of that. So yeah, E-mini futures has a chance to create bullish divergences along the way down. It's not going to break down in a big tumble, but yeah, you're going to see like a lot of correlation between those two. And right now, Bitcoin, it seems to be doing its own thing. And you know, of course, time is still gonna have to confirm what is happening. But yeah, this is why I day trade Bitcoin, and altcoins for me are just a long-term investment. If I find a project that I really enjoy and that I strongly believe in, I will buy the dip. I will invest in the lows with just dollar cost averaging, like any kind of noob has been told to do. And yeah, that's my strategy. And then afterwards, if a bull market starts, I will go over to the GitHub page of the projects that I look for, and I want to see if there is still a lot of progress being made on the project side of things. If the developers have pulled out, then yeah, I'm gonna pull out as well. But yeah, that's like really long-term investing in a company. Same thing. That's how I see altcoins. So I hope this long-winded answered your question. Are there otherwise any other kinds of questions about altcoins or trading tools and stuff? Feel free to ask away. One last thing that I would like to gleam over or glance over is the stochastics, because the stochastics sometimes they come in handy, sometimes they are a little bit useful, not always, sometimes. So what I like to do with the stochastics is, especially once we start seeing a trend of support areas emerge, then I like to put it in a map and see if it's going to hold, because I don't believe in trading the stochastics from up to down and up to down. That's the most silly way of using them. But yeah, as long as we are in the bottom area of the chart, pressure is more to the downside. If we start rejecting, then we can expect a turnaround of the momentum. And as long as we're holding the upper area, same thing, we do see a continuation of an uptrend. So right now, the stochastics are looking down, and the question is, are we going to bounce off of the green line? So Belico, I will answer your question in a minute. Then we have the 3-hour chart where the stochastics look completely different. And we have the 5-hour chart where it looks even more different. Okay, so on the longer term, still looks like we are holding the bullish control area, but on the shorter term right now still correcting a little bit. So yeah, take this as you will. On the short term, I still think I'm still looking for these areas to come in effect. But yeah, let's see what happens, right? So Bellico, what do I think about VeChain? Well, I will tell you what I think about VeChain. Let's look at the chart. What is it? VET, right? Let's go to crypto. That's it, right? VeChain is VET. VET dollar, VET Bitcoin. Let's look VET Bitcoin. Okay, what is this? What is this? Okay, looks pretty much bottomed out for now. Let's have a look at the higher time frames, because here we already have a bearish divergence being pulled, correction, bullish divergence. Okay, another bullish divergence, that's beautiful, and holding the lower line. Okay, you know what, let's go over to the 5-hour chart and let's see what the 5-hour chart has to say about all this. Yeah, quite some pressure down still, huh? What I would say is, if you want to invest in VeChain, potentially we could see it move up, but I would strongly advise at setting a stop loss in at least this area. Okay, you don't have to be a genius to see that. Okay, but this area right here, you don't want to see it break. And how far is that? It's quite a loss that you're gonna take if it goes down there. But better taking some loss than losing your portfolio, right? So yeah, 18% is quite a bit. But yeah, potentially, you know what? Let's oh, this is, yeah, it's the BTC trading pair. We're not gonna get a read off of the calculator. The integers are too far beyond the comma. Doesn't work like that. sadly. But yeah, I would expect a stronger dive down, at least if we see it break. Let's do VET USD. Maybe we're gonna have a better read on what's so VeChain. You know what? It looks very, very much like the Bitcoin chart, doesn't it? Don't you guys think? We had not really a bullish divergence, but nice read over here. Oh yeah, I spoke too soon. Needed to zoom a little bit. Needed to put on my glasses. Yeah, potential bullish divergence right here. Is some smudge of a bearish divergence here already, but yeah, very strong potential for for bullish divergences. I'm just gonna eyeball this, but yeah, coming from here to, let's say, this area more or less. more or less this area. So yeah, potentially VeChain could see some continuation to the upside. Yeah, not bad, not bad. Cool. All right, more coins, more coins. Let's do more coins. Um, Throw your things at me. Come on. I'm gonna have my coffee. Um, but yeah, once again, guys, I'm gonna start wrapping up slowly. Remember that if you like this kind of information, just follow me on the social media. Come to YouTube, subscribe, hit the bell notification. I'm not gonna beg for a thumbs up, but yeah, you can put thumbs up, thumbs down. If I was talking out of my neck for some reason, don't worry. Just I have feelings, but I'm open to suggestion. So, how do you join the social media network of wolves? You just go over to the website. It's over there. Wolves of Bybit. Oh my God, you can't see it. You can't see it. There you go. There you go. Wolvesofbybit.com with the apostrophes in between because that was the only way that I could get it registered. Scroll all the way down, and there you have the links to the Facebook, the Twitter, the YouTube channel. Especially follow on YouTube because I do my announcements each and single day when I will be coming online. Because sometimes life just happens, and I will be online a little bit later. Like I already know that Sunday I will be online a lot later because we have a party, and it's not every day that you get to party hardy, and yeah, then I will be sleeping in a little bit longer. Like I said, I'm human, just as human as you guys. And then of course we also have a Discord channel, and this is a very nice opportunity because you can ask your questions, get in touch with me 24/7. Well, not when I'm sleeping, but as much as possible. And there's also other people that are very happy to help. Um, I try to keep the Discord channel as clean as possible, so you have to forgive me. I set a few rules for you to be able to join in the Discord channel. Oliver, hungry, hungover crypto recap on Sunday. Yes, yes, I will pull through the pain. I will pull through the pain. I will try to see the world with I don't know, a beautiful goggle or something. Yeah, but don't miss that. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, like I was saying, for the Discord channel, I had to set a few rules for people to join, and the one that I came up with to really have interested and positive people in the channel is to use, instead of a subscription fee or a membership or all that other crap, what I prefer to do is to ask people to join on Bybit using our affiliate link. Now, I know some people cringe on affiliate links, but hear me out, okay? It's a lot better than it sounds. This will allow me to know for sure who are active traders and who are just joining the Discord channel to make it a toxic environment. Okay, I really, really don't want that. So, like this, I know for sure, and you know for sure, that everybody in there has their best intentions in becoming a better trader. Now, in order to make sure that everybody feels the need to help other people, what I do is at the end of the month, I look at who were the more active traders and I give back a big portion of the affiliate revenue. I'm not trying to live off of your efforts and all these things. I'm not a parasite, but I needed to find a happy medium. I needed to find a way to make sure that I was building a good community. And I want to do it in a different way than others are doing it, just like I do my charts and like I give my information. So I hope you can appreciate this. So when you use my Discord, my affiliate link, you will get the bonus for signing up, and I need to update this. I didn't get a new banner, but I think it's $100 bonus now on your first deposit. Um, Oliver, are you sure you cannot join Bybit in the USA? Because I have quite some members living in the USA. Bybit doesn't do KYC, So, you know what? Um, just send me an email so I can get in touch with you, and I will ask the other members how they joined in on Bybit. Just to make sure I can give you this information, I would be very happy to. So yeah, just move over to the website and send me an email in the nickname. Type in that you're Oliver, and then I will look for the information for you, and I will see if I can help. But yeah, Bybit is it's an amazing platform. I strongly believe in it because they put in a lot of effort in their support. You're never ever gonna have to wait for a real person to talk to you. Um, so Oliver says I will check it out more. Was just a quick Google, but maybe it's changed. Oh yeah, yeah, sure. I'm looking forward to your email. Like I said, I would not back a platform that I don't believe in. Okay, I've been around the world in 70 different ways. I'm in crypto since 2013. I've seen Mt. Gox, I've seen the DAO, I've seen the Ethereum chain split, I've seen so many hacks and exchanges being closed. So I kind of have a feel of which ones are serious and here to stay and which ones not. And I'm going to make also a video in the future about how you can do your due diligence, your research, so you can figure out on which exchanges you will be dealing with too much manipulation, with what they call the market makers screwing over the longs and the shorts. So yeah, I've been doing quite some research already, finding some very interesting things, but I still want to dig a little bit deeper for this to make like a video. It's not going to be a live stream. It's just going to be a video. So yeah, Bybit, I really, I'm very happy with the way they tackle the market. They don't try to be an altcoin Sherpa, attracting low volume coins and stuff. They only deal with high volume leverage derivatives contracts. So and they have very good systems in place to keep out manipulation and stuff. I really like them. So join in on Bybit with us so that you can be part of the family in the Discord channel. And once you did that, just send us again using this form here an email with your nickname, your email address that you used on Bybit, and also the user ID that you receive when you're signing up. So not your codes, not your password, just like your ID on the platform. And then I can send you an invitation to the Discord channel, and you're in. You're in. Ask all your questions, talk about strategies, hang out, get to know people that you may be comfortable with, knowing that they have your best interest at heart, because knowing that you receive part of the affiliate revenue back. Okay, so wait, tried. Your IP is not within the Bybit service zone. As a result, we regret to that your attempt action. Okay, wow. I did not know. Yeah, maybe a VPN could work, but you know what? I'm going to ask and double check with the US members that I have in the group, and send me an email to the using the form, and I'll also see what I can do for you. I will see if we can fix it, because I know the US, it's I'm sorry to say, but it is a mess. The US is a mess, and I don't want to be anti-nationalist or I don't know what, you know. I was a big fan of the United States. I worked in the United States for a long time. I worked in California, I worked in Florida. Yeah, I moved over for a season to Canada and stuff, but yeah, nonetheless, it is the Americas, right? So yeah, but now I don't know. We need to find a way to get more freedom back into the community and the users, because the world cannot keep going like this. You know, we matured too much with the internet and with freedom and speech sometimes being demonetized and stuff, but you know, we don't care about that. We're still standing. So yeah, if you want to join the Discord family, give it a try. No hard feelings if you don't like it. You just leave. You take your bonus, you take the money. Nobody is going to hate on you, and it didn't cost a thing. So I hope this is a fair deal. Just think about it, and you know, give me a sign. All right, cool. But for now, I'm going to wrap it up. Been talking already for almost 1 hour and a half. One day, I promise, I will be able to wrap my thoughts in a short and timely manner. But today was not the day. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I totally enjoyed it. You guys are awesome. I love you so much, and I will see you tomorrow, 12:30 UTC. So yeah, GMT, zero time frame. Make the calculations according to your time zone, and I will see you guys tomorrow. All right, Oliver, you sent an email, and I will let you know what kind of workaround we found, and I will get back to you ASAP. Thanks a lot, buddy. You're awesome, and I will see you tomorrow. And yeah, you will hear me on the email as well. Promise. Cool. So for all you other wolves, bears, bulls, and traders, boys, girls, and all the other genders in between, I love you so much. I will see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Keep each other safe. Stay safe. And of course, think about your positions. Keep your positions equally safe as well. See you tomorrow, guys. Thanks a lot for joining. Bye bye.